everyone, this is Faith at Faith and Books. I am doing a really quick video. It's Friday morning, actually. It is the Feast of the Annunciation. And so it's actually not even a feast, it's a solemnity, which I think is the highest level. Anyway, so it's another break from Lent. I have been with the 6-year-old all week. He's had terrible head cold. It's not COVID. We've tested twice. He just has a really bad head cold, and so he hasn't been to school all week. So it's really sort of cut into my reading time because I listen to Don Quixote when I'm driving back and forth in the car. I haven't been able to watch my grandson, and he's got lots of energy today, but his nose is like a faucet, and I just can't in good conscience send a kid to school with a nose like that. So we have to go pick up a packet of his schoolwork from the school in a few minutes. So I thought I'd make this video real quickly because tomorrow I'm going to be busy, and I think on Sunday I'm just going to crash. I'm just going to completely relax. I'll try. But anyway, so another thing that's really been distracting me from reading, hasn't been a good reading week, is I got these grow lights. Can you even see that? And I'm actually growing. Let me see if I can show this to you. This one's further along. Did you see? I'm growing. I did see it starting. Whoops, I'm going to smush it now. I don't know if you got that because I couldn't see that. But it might have looked like nothing. Anyway, I got these grow lights, so I really feel like I'm an established gardener now because I'm really starting my seeds. So I have 4 of those going. I've got one of tomatoes. I've got that one I just showed you, which is cantaloupe and broccoli. And then I started flowers for the first time. I'm growing marigolds and zinnias. And then I also planted a lot of cucumbers and some more broccoli, a different type of broccoli. And I've also been sowing seeds out in my garden. Let's see if you can see this. This is my Meyer lemon tree. See, we've got one. Can you see it? There we go. And out there, I don't know if you can see it. I've got my beds. I have no idea if you can see these things. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I planted more broccoli, and I planted carrots and parsnips and radishes and more lettuce. And yeah, so I've done a lot of that. So I've been very into gardening this week, and it's been distracting me. And I joined this membership-only thing, Melissa K. Norris, and it's called Pioneering PTA. It's those initials, Pioneering Today Academy. Yeah, and it's a special closed group where you can talk about gardening and stuff like that. So I've been watching all these gardening videos. So I just haven't been doing very much reading. So this is a quick book update. I am still reading Belinda on my Kindle. I went back and restarted it from the beginning because I felt like I wasn't going to remember enough. That was written in 1801, or published in 1801 by Maria Edgeworth. And that's hung over from Feb Regency. I'm really enjoying it. It's, you know, those early novels, they're a little bit wooden and overly formal, so you don't have that sort of intimate feeling of action going on, but still it's a really good story with really interesting characters, and it's a predecessor for a lot of stuff. I can see bits of Jane Austen in it, and I can see a lot of things that must have inspired Georgette Hare. So I'm really enjoying that. It's a very long book, and I'm reading it leisurely at night before I fall asleep, so I'm just taking my time. I'm not rushing through any of these books. I'm also, let's see, I forgot a book. No, I didn't. And then I'm also too slowly listening to Don Quixote. Like I said, I didn't get enough listening in. So I need to focus on that. I think in the next week, that's going to be my #1 focus. Just trying to catch up with Don Quixote, because it's going to spill into April for sure. And I had other books I wanted to read in April, and they might get knocked out because I'm going to finish Don Quixote. Don Quixote is a scream. It's really funny. It's full of interesting characters and plot twists, and it's hilarious. And a lot of commentary on lots of things. So I'm enjoying it very much. I just don't seem to get to it. I'm still doing my City of God read along, and we have our Zoom meeting tomorrow to discuss it. We are up to, let's see, what did I just finish? We're up to book 6 to number 10. So he's really talking about the pagan gods and how their whole system of religion didn't really make any sense. And he's really criticizing this writer Varro, who he really admired in many, many ways. But he's criticizing his analysis of the gods. It's interesting stuff. It's, Avestin repeats a lot because he's so thorough. And I just, as reading it, I'm thinking, I'm so glad I don't have to contend with this and I can just enjoy all those myths as literature. And it doesn't have anything more than that. It's not the customs of my time. It doesn't influence our thinking or our worldview or anything like that. It's just literature. So I appreciate that I live in this time instead of when Augustine lived, and he had to fight against that. And then I started reading this by Rosemary Sutcliffe, The Eagle of the Ninth. That might look backwards. Sorry. But this is sort of a continuation of Middle Grade March. This might be slightly more sophisticated than Middle Grade. It's beautiful writing. I really love Rosemary Sutcliffe. This is another reread. I read it years and years ago. It's the first in a trilogy. It's set in Rome and Britain, and just beautifully written. And I wanted to do a year-long reading of a reading challenge of Rosemary Sutcliffe books, but I never got around to organizing it. And Kate Howe is going to read Rosemary Sutcliffe book, and that's what reminded me of this. And it's also part of my focus on the ancients. So it's back in ancient Rome, I think in the 100s. I mean, not Rome, Rome and Britain in the 100s, up near the border with Scotland. So, very good book. Really, I highly recommend. And I'm only, how many pages is it? Am I jiggling a lot? I'm sorry. I'm only up to page 84, chapter 7 so far. Then I did manage to get to the library. It took me a lot of planning, strategizing, and I'm always disappointed in my library. But I did find a couple of things. Again, these are kind of inspired by Kate Howe. This is an M.C. Beaton mystery, so at least I got it out of the library in March, during March Mystery Madness, but I might try to at least start it before the end of March. And this is Death of a Traveling Man. They did not have the first one. I think this is like the 5th or 6th in the series, but they just didn't have a huge selection. That's the 6-year-old. So I might try that. That, to me, for some reason, the character of, Hamish Macbeth, sort of appealed to me more than Agatha Raisin, which is her other sleuth. And then she also published under Marion Chesney, and I heard about her being sort of Georgette Heyer-esque. And I was looking for those types of books, but this isn't. This is part of an Edwardian murder mystery series, Snobbery with Violence. It's the same author. Marion Chesney is M.C. Beaton, apparently. I didn't know that. So I got those two out of the library, and I wanted to start one of them before the end of March, and I'm leaning towards this one. So that's it. Don Quixote, City of God, The Eagle of the Ninth, possibly starting these. Anything else? Oh, and Belinda. So that's my reading. And so tomorrow I'm busy all day, and then on Sunday I'm going to collapse. That's my plan. All right, well, take care and happy reading, and, I wish you well. Bye.